What special issues come up when someone is involved in an auto accident and the at-fault driver was on the job? That's our topic on this episode of Main Street Law. My guest is Los Angeles personal injury attorney Peter Steinberg of Steinberg & Spencer, and he's going to talk with us about this topic. So Peter, thanks for being with us today.
Always happy to talk to you, Cindy.
Well, Peter, tell us, what are some of the special issues that come up when someone is involved in an auto accident and the at-fault driver was on the job?
Well, first of all, we have to locate the driver's employer. Sometimes that's not easy, but generally we get to that within a pretty brief period of time. After that, it's just important to establish that he or she indeed was on the job when the accident occurred.
Okay, now does that mean that the employer can be held responsible for the actions of the employee?
Absolutely, and that's a very beneficial thing when it comes to an auto accident. Oftentimes when there's serious injuries, an individual does not have adequate insurance coverage. When a responsible party is in the course and scope of employment, in other words, working at the time of the accident, then there's frequently a much more substantial insurance policy available.
Okay. Now, if the at-fault driver was on the job, which insurance would come into play? Would it be the driver's own auto insurance or the employer's vehicle insurance?
Well, generally, when the responsible driver causes an accident and he's in the course and scope of employment, his employer's insurance policy would cover our client's damages.
Okay, so does that mean that the employee's own auto insurance policy would not be involved in this type of claim?
That's correct, Cindy. His policy would not be applicable, generally speaking.
Peter, what if the at-fault driver was drunk? Can the employer be held responsible for the negligence of the employee? And if so, how would that affect a claim?
Well, definitely the employer would be held responsible for the negligence of its employee. And if the employee is under the influence, that might make our client's claim more substantial.
All right. Now, are there times in these situations when punitive damages can come into play, depending on the severity of what the at-fault driver did or the behavior that caused the accident?
You know, every case is different, Cindy, but if a responsible driver is in the course and scope of employment and he or she is driving under the influence, it is possible that punitive damages could be leveled.
Okay, well, this is certainly complicated. Peter, if someone has specific questions, how can they reach you?
Our toll-free number, Cindy, is 1-800-350-8888, and we have somebody available nearly 24/7. They could also go to our website. That's www.steinbergspencer.com.
Very good. Well, Peter, thank you for being with us today.
My pleasure, Cindy. Always nice to talk to you.
This is Cindy Speaker for Main Street Law.